Welcome to the video lecture series of Communication Engineering. Today's topic is properties of Fourier transform. In this video, we will discuss about the various properties of Fourier transform. Let us begin. Before starting the properties of Fourier transform, let me tell you what is frequency domain representation of a signal. See, till now we have drawn the signals which are with respect to the time. It means t was considered, time was considered, time was the variable. So the representation of signal with respect to time is known as a time domain representation. But time domain representation of signals, this is not sufficient for the analysis. It means frequency domain representation of signal is required. And in case of frequency domain representation, the variable which is plotted on the x-axis, that is frequency f rather than the time. And the signal represented in frequency domain, it is known as line spectrum, right? So this is about the frequency domain representation. And when we talk about the Fourier transform, so Fourier developed a mathematical model which is used to transform signals between time domain and frequency domain or vice versa. That is known as a Fourier transform. I have already explained you what is time domain, what is frequency domain. And Fourier transform has many applications in this field of science and engineering for the analysis of LTI systems, radar, satellite, astronomy, signal processing, and in various other areas. But there are certain conditions for the existence of Fourier transform. So any function ft, it can be represented by using a Fourier transform only when it satisfies the condition. What is the condition? That function has finite number of maxima or minima. That must be finite. There must be finite number of discontinuities in a given time interval. At the same time, it must be absolutely integrable in a given interval of time. Integrable means if you are integrating it, calculating it, it must be less than the infinity. So these conditions must exist, and these are the necessary and sufficient conditions for a Fourier transform. Then only a function can be represented by its Fourier transform. In this particular video, these properties I am going to discuss, but we are not going to do the proofs of these properties, because when you are studying the communication system, so in that particular communication system, these properties may be utilized. So we are going to discuss how these properties can be represented, right? So the properties of Fourier transform are linearity, time scaling, time shifting, duality or symmetry, frequency shifting, differentiation in time domain, differentiation in frequency domain also, integration in time domain, convolution in time domain, multiplication in time domain, and time inversion. So all these properties we are going to discuss over here, how to represent it. So let us start with the first property, which is the linearity. Linearity property states that Fourier transform is linear. That is, if the Fourier transform of x1t is x1 j omega and x2 is this, then linearity property states that a1 times x1t plus a2 times x2t, its Fourier transform is what? a1 x1 j omega plus a2 x2 j omega. So this is the linearity property. Next is time scaling. Time scaling property, it states that the expansion and compression of signal, it results in its spectrum expansion and compression accordingly. If the Fourier transform of xt is xf, which is x of j omega, and if we take any real constant a, then we can write x of at, this is what, 1 upon mod a, x of f upon a, right, j omega upon a. Here the value of the A, this is very important. If the value of A is less than 1, then compression occurs, and when the value of A is greater than 1, it means the expansion occurs. Next property is the time shifting. This property states that a shift in time domain by an amount A, it is equivalent to the multiplication by this factor e raised to the power minus j omega A. And here shift in time domain does not change the magnitude of frequency component. So mathematically it can be written as, if x of j omega is the Fourier transform of xt, then x of t minus A. Here the shift is A. Its transform is x j omega. See, the magnitude is same and it is multiplied with e raised to the power minus j omega A. So time advancement and time like delayed, both the things can be happening over here. Next property is duality or symmetry. This is a very interesting property. This theorem states that the shape of the signal in the time domain and the shape of spectrum, it can be interchanged. How it can be written as? If Fourier transform of xt is x of j omega, then x of t, this is what? 2 pi x minus of j omega. And when you are writing for an even function, for even function you can write x of minus j omega, that is equal to x of j omega. So what you can write over here? Xt, its transform will be 2 pi x j omega. So in this particular manner you can explain the duality or symmetry property. You must remember all of these things. These are going to be utilized further. Frequency shifting. Frequency shifting property, it states that the multiplication of a function by e raised to the power j omega naught t, this is equivalent to shifting its Fourier transform, frequency transform in positive direction by omega naught. And this property is also known as a frequency translated theorem, because here frequency translation is done. It is shifted by W naught. So how it can be written mathematically? If Fourier transform of xt is x of j omega, then if you multiply it with e raised to the power j omega naught t, then it will be shifted, frequency transform will be shifted by W naught. So what you are writing? X j omega minus j omega naught. This is the frequency shifting, means frequency transform is shifted over here. That is why it is known as a frequency translated theorem. Next property is the differentiation in time domain. This property states that the differentiation of a function xt, if you are differentiating in time domain, means d by dt of that particular function, it is equivalent to multiplication of its Fourier transform by a factor j omega. Mathematically you can write it as Fourier transform of xt is what? X of j omega, you are aware with. Then if you take the differentiation derivative of xt, then you have to multiply it with j omega into x of j omega. So in this particular manner you can explain this property. Next is the integration in time domain. What do you mean by this property? This property states that integration in time domain, it is equivalent to dividing the Fourier transform by 2 pi j f. How it can be written as? If the Fourier transform of xt is x of j omega, and provided that x of 0 is what? 0, then you can write, if you are going to integrate it from minus infinity to t, x lambda into d lambda, then divide the Fourier transform. Fourier transform is x of f, or you can write x of j omega upon 2 pi j f. So in this particular manner you can explain it. Convolution in time domain. This is a very interesting property. This property states that convolution in time domain, it is equivalent to the multiplication of their spectra in frequency domain, right? So the same can be represented mathematically. If Fourier transform of x1t is x1 j omega, Fourier transform of x to t is x to j omega. Then convolution, this symbol is for the convolution. So convolution in time domain, this is equivalent to what? Multiplication in the frequency domain, x1 j omega into x2 of j omega. So this is how you can explain it. Multiplication in time domain. The multiplication theorem states that if Fourier transform of x1t is x1 j omega, x2t is x2 j omega, and the these two forms the Fourier transform pairs, then you can write what? x1t into x2t. This is what? Integration of minus infinity to infinity, x1 tau into x2 f minus tau or j omega minus tau into d tau. This is how you can write it. It means the multiplication of two signals in time domain gets transformed into convolution of their Fourier transform. So what you are going to write it? Multiplication in time domain, see, x1t into x2t, and it is converted into the convolution of their Fourier transform, x1 j omega in convolution with x2 j omega. Time inversion property. What is this time inversion property? See, again, if Fourier transform of x of t is x of j omega, time inversion says x of minus t, this is what? If you talk in terms of in frequency domain, so what you are going to write? X of minus j omega. So this is the time inversion property. And the last property, which is the derivative with frequency. Here we are talking about the derivative that which is with respect to the frequency. It means we are concerned with d upon df. So when we are taking the derivative d upon df of xf, means here it is in the frequency domain. So what you are going to write it at? Minus j omega into xt. So this is the property which states the condition for the derivative in frequency. I hope all the properties which we have discussed over here, it must be clear to you and you have noted it down. Thank you so much for watching this video.